I was walking through a battery farm, and around me were thousands of hens, and I could hear them squawking, and I could smell the mounds of poo up to here. And I looked into one of the cages and I thought, another dead one. There's dead ones everywhere, but it's just like that sinking feeling, and you just think, they died like this, they lived like this, and they died like this, and nobody can help them. And as I looked at her, I thought, hang on, did I just imagine that, or did her side just rise a tiny bit? And I kept looking, and it was like way too long to take another breath. And it did, she moved a tiny bit. I'm like, oh my God, she's alive. And then when I got her, she felt cold. Okay, well, obviously not going to leave her, but what we can do is give her dignity in death. And got home, I thought, well, I'll just, dab that water onto her beak. Her beak was seared off, So I just dabbed literally a drip from my finger, and her little tongue flickered out like that. And I'm like, oh, that's something. That's the first real movement. That's not just a breath, a dying breath. That's something. So we did it a few more times, and one eye opened. After about a month, she stood up on her own. And a couple of weeks later, and what I would do is I'd carry her around the garden. It was a nice weather time of year. And I'd show her the other girls, and I'd say, this is what you have to live for. I know that sounds silly, but showing her, it's not just a battery cage out there. That's all she'd know. There's dust baths, there's sunbathing, there's flapping your wings, all this can be done. And I think something clicked, because soon after that she started walking. And it was really sad because she walked in a battery cage-sized circle. But with lots of love and care and one-on-one attention, just like you give a dog or a cat with a dog and cat rescue, her circles became wider and wider, until now she runs from one side of the garden to the other, flapping her wings and doing a somersault in the middle. So she only walks in that tiny circle when she's stressed, like if a magpie flies above or something else really scary. And she's been with us for about 2 years now, and she's just beautiful. And she reminds me of our motto, which is, saving one animal may not change the world, but it will change the world for that one animal. And that's why we don't get put off by our limited space, our limited foster carers, and our limited funds. Because to Ariel, that's everything.